these are three boxes. So in first block 3 is written, so which is value of I. Now address of I is 65524. In second box, address of I is stored as variable j, and which of which value is 65524, and address of j is 65522. Now in k, address of j is stored which is 65522, and address of, so value of k is 65522 and address of k is 65520. Observe how the variables j and k have been declared. int I, comma, star j, comma, star star k, semicolon. Here I is an ordinary integer. J is a pointer to an integer often called as an integer pointer. So I is an ordinary integer, j is a pointer to an integer often called an integer pointer, k is a pointer to an integer pointer. In principle, you would agree that likewise there could exist a pointer to a pointer. So you would agree that likewise there could exist a pointer to pointer to a pointer to a pointer to a pointer. So there is a lot of pointers. So there is no limit on how far can we go on extending this definition. So there is no limit on how far we can go. Like there could exist a pointer to a pointer. So there is no limit on how far this will go. Now back to function call. Having had the first test with pointers, let us now get back to what we had originally set out to learn, the two types of calls. First is call by value and call by reference. Arguments can generally be passed to functions in one or two ways. A. Sending the values of arguments. B. Sending the address of arguments. So in the first method, the value of each of the actual argument in calling function is copied into corresponding formal argument of called function. So value of each actual argument is copied into corresponding formal argument of called function. The following program illustrates the call by value. Main int a is equal to 10, b is equal to 20. Swap v a comma b. Printf /n, that is for new line, /n a is equal to %d, b is equal to %d, comma a comma b. Now swap v. So swap v is a function int x int y. int t is equal to x is equal to y is equal to t. Printf /n x is equal to %d, y is equal to %d, comma x comma y. Now let us check the output of the program. So output of program is x is equal to 20, y is equal to 10, a is equal to 10, b is equal to 20. Note that values of a and b remain unchanged even after exchanging values of x and y.